watching Keeping Up with the Adams. I'm your host, Razin Adams, Abigail's 7th cousin. Today we're going to be looking back on last week's events. Let's take a look.
Stop.
So what exactly was happening last week?
Basically, I was living once again for my duties as a vice president to President George Washington. My time during office is mainly spent working with the Senate. This time I had to leave my dear Abigail and her advice at home, for she had to tend to the family and the business for the time being. It was upsetting to say goodbye to Abigail and my son Johnny, but duty calls.
What about Charles?
Oh, him too.
So how do you feel about John leaving for his duties of vice president?
Oh, I'm so proud of John. I wish I could have gone with him. I know that all of the leaders could have benefited from having a woman being there to give them advice. I've always wanted women to take more part in decisions instead of just being husband's slaves. I've always thought of myself as an equal to John. What's all this ruckus?
We're filming.
Did you see that Abigail over there? Thinking she can be equal to John? John of all people. That woman needs to take care of that Charles first. That little bugger probably came up with all this nonsense while she's at home alone. Johnny better be putting some sense into her. Thinking she makes all these important decisions. We all know that men should be making those decisions. God bless her soul.
So Charles, what do you think about your mother? Should she be equal to men? Okay then.
So John Quincy Adams, what do you think about your mother, Abigail?
I once heard my mother say one of the greatest things of all time. Do not put the unlimited power in the hands of husbands. Remember, all men could be tyrants if they could. I could only aspire my wife encourages me like my own mother encourages my father. She is constantly calling to question society's beliefs, believing enslaved people should be free and women should be equal, and she's always speaking her mind and advocating for her property rights and educational rights. I'm just so proud of her. So, colonist Jim Jerry, what do you think about Abigail Adams?
Oh, I love that Abigail. She's always writing letters to John. You know, I heard she wrote like 1,100 letters a while ago, and she's still writing more. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure John never actually took them seriously. He just asked for her advice on political matters. She even traveled with him for 5 whole years when he was one of those diplomats. Oh, that John and Abigail, they're the cutest. What a power couple. OTP. Hashtag Jabigail.
I just overheard you and John being quite the couple. Do you and John actually love each other as much as people say you do?
I mean, of course, I could definitely say so. I always support him and defend John's decisions, including the public support needed for the Alien and Sedition Acts when times were tough. You know, he even wrote something to me ever so kind in one of his letters to me, and I quote, "I never wanted your advice and assistance more in my life." You know, so sweet, always thinking of everyone.
Sunshine.